Hey everybody, this is TJ Cates, and we're at the DeSoto County Newsroom. And who do we have on the phone today?
This is Ernie Lentz with the Army Corps of Engineers at Arkabutla Lake.
Now, you're actually a ranger down there, and you've been a ranger for quite a while.
Yes, sir. I'm a park ranger here at Arkabutla, and I'm 20 plus years as a ranger here at Arkabutla.
Well, thanks for doing that. We appreciate you doing it. Now, let's talk about something exciting that you have coming up this weekend.
This weekend, starting actually on tomorrow, on Thursday, is our 27th annual physically challenged deer hunt. This is a hunt that we will be hunting. This year, we'll be hunting 52 paraplegic, quadriplegic folks and in the 1,000-acre natural area below the dam. And it's an excellent opportunity for them to get to do something that a lot of us take for granted, but for us, it's a management tool that we use to maintain a healthy deer herd in this natural area. This is the only time that it's hunted, and this is where all of our nature trails are and everything for the lake. So we close the nature trails down, and we use this hunt as a tool to help us maintain a healthy herd.
Man, that's pretty good because that's okay. So you're not actually hunting on the public land we spoke about earlier. This is the land that nobody ever gets to hunt on, so it should be pretty good. Especially with we talked about the seasons changing. It's starting to get a little colder, and the rut is coming up. It should be a good weekend for them.
It should. We just had a little bit of rain come through and a cold front that's going to take the temperatures down. So this should be right in the start to the middle of the rut period for the deer. And it should give them a very good opportunity to harvest some deer.
Now, what about stands and things like that? How do they, where do they, if they're in wheelchairs and things like that, they're obviously not climbing stands. You have ground blinds set up?
That's correct. We have box stands that I have some hunters who are capable of operating an ATV, and they'll ride their ATV, and the ground blinds are big enough for them to drive right up in, and they actually hunt off their ATV. And then those who can't do that, we put them in either by truck or by a side-by-side. So it takes a small army of volunteers to get these guys out in the woods. And also, like I said, it gives them an opportunity to do something that many of us take for granted. And it also helps us just remember how blessed we truly are when we see these guys with these different disabilities out there, hunting and enjoying the environment that we have for them.
Now, you have some pictures, and we're sharing those right now. Some of the pictures. This is a lot. This is a lot of years as this has been happening. So now I know the Wounded Warriors, and you're probably seeing a lot of soldiers out there, and as well as kids. And so let's talk about, are they guided? Do they have a guide that goes with them to help them find the deer? Because what I know about deer hunting is anytime I've ever taken a deer, it's going to go find the deepest hollow or the thickest bushes. So do you have volunteers that are out there helping those guys and girls?
Well, the stands are fixed stands, so we put them in the stands, and they're not allowed to get out of them because they're not familiar with where the next hunter is. So if they happen to shoot and hit a deer, then when we go out, they'll call us, and we'll go out and we'll track. And if it's starting to wander, over into another hunt zone, then we let that hunter. We'll send somebody over to that hunter and say, "Now look, we're tracking a deer."
Yeah, that becomes dangerous. Yeah,
most of the time they let us know. I mean, today in the age of cell phones and stuff, they'll call us and have pictures and say, "Hey, I've got this down. Don't come and get me. I'm waiting on a doe," or and stuff. So safety is paramount, and all. But yes, we have volunteers that track, and we'll skin the deer out and quarter them, put them on the ice, and for the hunters, and also it's we try to make it a deer camp atmosphere as best we can. to give them the full effect of it. But it's one of the best things that I'm involved with throughout the year.
I can imagine that years ago when I was in South Haven, we would do a special needs fishing rodeo, and it was fun to see the kids. And of course, everybody got a trophy, and it was exciting if they'd catch a little 2-inch fish. They're exciting when their picture made. And now with social media, it's able to grow, in ways it wasn't able to 27 years ago. And one thing I do when I deer hunt with my friends, we're talking about Sheriff Brad Lentz down by Tate County, and I go just a little further than that in Tacoma, but we can text now, which is nice and quiet because you want to kind of interact and see if anybody has seen a deer coming their way. So there's lots of ways that y'all can communicate, plus for the safety aspect. But I know it's got to make them feel like regular people. They just feel like regular hunters. And like you said, we do take it for granted. We can get up at 4:30 or 5, grab breakfast, and, walk a mile or so back into the woods at our favorite stand. I can't wait to hear what happens this weekend. I hope you follow up with us and share some more pictures with us from the weekend. All right, do you need any more volunteers? How can people be involved that maybe don't want to deer hunt? I know you said you're pretty much filled up with hunters this year.
We are. The application process goes on in the late summer and such. So we, as far as hunters, we've got that closed off. But volunteers, we always need volunteers. So if somebody wants to volunteer, they can come to the campground. The Dove Patton campground is where the camp is set up at, and they can sign up, and we'll get them paired up with a team and put them to work and let them get to experience the hunt. Folks who have come, it truly is a life-changing experience. And so if they can't find us, they can always stop by the office and they can give them directions. But I don't think they'll have any problem finding us out here at the lake. And if they have a four-wheeler or a side-by-side, they can bring it. And they just need to bring Hunter's Orange, because everybody's wearing Hunter's Orange.
Yeah, that's so important.
And come on out, and we'll put them to work.
Now, okay, so what time should they be there? And should they pack a lunch? How does that work out? Because they're going to be there a while, the times.
They won't need to pack a lunch. We have volunteers who prepare 3 meals a day for the hunters, and so we're going to get started at 5 in the morning each morning. And so we'll have a safety briefing in the morning, and then we'll load up and make a huge drive to get everybody in the woods. And then we have that kind of downtime afterwards while we're waiting. We'll go back and bring. Some hunters can't stay because of their medical condition and stuff. So at different times we have to go and get them and bring them out, and they got to rest up a little bit. So we'll bring them out for lunch, those who want to come out, and feed them lunch, and then we'll take them back in after lunch. And in between, if somebody's got a deer or they've got their limit and stuff, and they need to come out, then we'll go and do that. So it's in and out all different times of the day, but initially at 5 o'clock in the morning.
So you're going to go into the woods at 5, and what's like parking and everything like there? And they're pretty much going to find it. All right, for people that don't know exactly where the area is, just direct them in from Hernando Court Square. Which way would they come in?
They would take the scenic route 304 west to Eudora, and then they would make a left on the extension of Highway 301 and follow that till it comes to a T intersection. And at that stop sign, you make another left, and that's going to bring you on to the government property, the Arkabutla Dam property. And so at the base of the dam, you will make a left and come up to the Dove Patton campground, which is the campground on the north end of the dam. If you take the new road and come past the field office, you'll make a right and come around to the campground. And but we're on the north end of the dam, and when you come into the campground, you'll just come up on the north leg of the campground, and you'll see all the vehicles, and there'll be a huge campfire and plenty of folks sitting around the campfire.
That sounds fun.
you'll find you a parking space and come on up and look for me, and we'll put them to work. And they can ask anybody for Ernie, and they'll be able to point me out.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, thanks so much for your time and excited. I'm looking at the weather right now. Sam Reichert does our weather, and it looks like Saturday. That's one thing, if you're not sure about the woods and you don't think it's cold in the woods. We're looking at 5 a.m. It's going to be right in the 20s this Saturday. It's going to be pretty cold, so, and a little bit of wind, and bring you some layers and stay warm. And, man, thanks so much for bringing this to our attention. We're looking forward to sharing this, and we're also looking forward to helping you prepare for next year. It looks like it's a very successful, what you're doing, and you've been with this for 20 years, you said.
That's right. Yeah, I started out as a volunteer, and when I got hired on as a government employee, I started working as a team leader, and now I'm the hunt coordinator. So.
And you were in the Air Force before.
That's correct.
I was researching a little bit while we talked. Yeah, on your profile. That's very exciting. So you are doing some great things. Well, thanks so much for your time, and I hope it's a big success Saturday. And we look forward to helping you next year. So this has been TJ Cates with DeSoto County Newsroom, and on the phone with
Ernest Lentz, ERNEST LENTZ.
All right. Well, very good. Have a great time Saturday. Thanks so much for your time, and thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.